Welcome to the Love Strategy Podcast. I'm your host, Angela, and this is
Akila.
And we are a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law team that helps individuals and couples navigate the relationships in their lives. We want to talk to you today about Married at First Sight. Episode, what, Akila?
5 and 6.
And let me say this, and I've been saying it. My prediction for this season's is that none of the couples are gonna make it. I don't think so. I think this is one of the worst seasons ever. I don't think they did a good job in matching them, but we shall see. And again, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it. But let's talk about the latest and greatest in terms of Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. Okay, so let's start with last week.
Okay.
Episode.
Talk to me.
So that was episode 5. So a few things that popped out to me there, and we'll discuss the few things that popped out if you can recall them. But it was one, Gil and him talking about his wife and her sedittiness. Basically.
Oh yes.
The whole group.
Yes.
2, Zach having COVID.
Oh, I know. That was unbelievable.
It
oh, my
was.
God. And it was sad. So, I felt for them on that.
Right.
Here you're on your honeymoon. And first of all, you just married the guy. And second of all, he gets COVID.
And he just said, the night before that, I'm prone to getting sick. I typically get sick. And so at first I thought he was being a hypochondriac, but he actually had a positive COVID test. And so 3, episode 4, we had Jose and Rachel, and Jose was saying how, let me brush your teeth, and we thought that was weird, right?
Yes.
So last week, he says that he wanted her to help him eat, and and he said, one day, something along the lines of, one day I would love to help you eat, and she's just like, okay. And so so those are the 3 things I want to discuss.
Those things just jumped out at you, right?
Yes.
You know what? They jumped out at me too. But continue.
So first one, Gil talking about his wife to the other couples. What do you think about that? Should he have not talked about her like he was in front of everybody else, or what do you think?
Well, this is rule number 1. And rule number 2, and rule number 3. Don't talk about your wife. Especially, it's one thing to say, okay, my wife's not feeling well, or my wife had a bad day, or my wife's busy, or my wife's, she likes to roller skate. But the conversation he was having, or conversations he was having, they were just a bit much. You don't disclose. That was just too much. And it was none of their business.
And I think what came off was his true feeling about her I'll say bouginess is what fueled his rant about her, because he's just like, she likes this, she likes that, she likes this, she likes that. But at the same time, she really could say, he's too modest with his money, he's too this, he's too that. And so he was really kind of attacking her character, which she's all of what he said she is.
Which is true. It's true. So I agree with you. It's true. But what purpose was he serving? Was it serving by sharing that with them? I guess just to let them know he's got a bougie wife.
I guess. I don't know.
But you know what? Ultimately, that's gonna hurt him. It's not gonna work in his favor. It's not going to turn out well. Let me just say that. It's not going to turn out well.
Right.
And I agree with him. She is bougie. But, let me say this too, though. I think, and this is early in the relationship, but I think he's trying. He's really, really trying. Now, the question might be, what is he trying for? But I mean, he's trying his best, and she is like not having it. I like what I like, and I am who I am.
That is it,
and
right?
Get over it. So,
and I think he talked about her badly in front of the other couples last week, but I will say he is very transparent because he honestly talks about her to her face as well.
He does.
He tells her she's like a lot to her
does.
face often.
He does.
So I will give him that. He's not switching it up. He's not
does.
talking about her behind her back and then not saying it in front of her face.
I agree with
but
you.
He probably shouldn't say it behind her back. So.
Now, let's go on to the next couple.
The Rachel and Jose.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
You know what? Jose thinks he is all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, I would agree. And then you also said, but you brought up a good point on last time we talked about it, is that he might have, and I'm minimizing your words a little bit, but a Napoleon complex.
Absolutely.
Because, and I see that, and so he thinks he walks on water, and then mixed with the Napoleon complex, he's just like, I walk on water, you're not going to tell me I don't. And if you do. And that is really like bleeding into their relationship, because he's all, especially this week, we've seen that he's very structured in his finances, in the way he wants his marriage to be, and Rachel is not. You know, she doesn't budget. She wants to take these trips, which I actually agree with her, taking trips while they're just them two before kids, but he wants to have kids first, then take trips. That doesn't make sense, because now that I have a child, I can see that that's going to be difficult. Whether you have the finances to do it or not, it's about time and
it's not the same, is it?
It's
traveling without babies and traveling with babies.
So I'm with her saying, let's travel before we have kids and get those big trips out the way before we push them so far away that we never take them, or we have to take them with the kids. And it's different. You know, you have this time for yourselves. But he comes off very what's the word, like I said, structural and traditional.
Yeah.
So he wants a wife that's a kept wife that's at home. He wants the kids and live a very structured, regular life. She wants to take trips. She wants to enjoy them. You know, she doesn't want to bring in the family life immediately. She doesn't want to be a kept woman.
Yeah. I have previously said that Rachel appeared to me to be a woman who was willing to do any and everything to, like, you know, satisfy her man or keep her man or whatever. But I stand corrected on that, because she is actually speaking up. But let me say this. She was saying, I think in one of the episodes, she said she's not used to, you know, a man taking care of her and doing things for her, and she's independent. And so I just want to say, ladies, there's nothing wrong with being independent. However, do not let your independence and need for independence interfere with your relationship. If you have a man, I mean, because that's just in men's nature, right? They like to take care of I mean, that's just the way they've been created, I think. That's just them. They like to take care of you. Now, what that doesn't mean that if a man takes care of you, you are giving up yourself. You're giving up who you are.
Right.
You're still an individual. You still can have some independence. But what is the purpose of being in a marriage if you don't want to be taken care of?
To a certain extent, exactly. And I think also it's just you're living in your femininity.
Absolutely.
It's not like he's taking care of you and doing everything for you.
Absolutely. That's the difference.
Yeah.
He's just saying, as your man, let me be your man.
Yeah.
And as your man, because I'm going to tell you, I don't have a problem with my man taking care of me.
I like to be pampered.
Absolutely. And most women do. Taken care of and cherished. You know?
Cherished.
And so most women do. So I don't have a problem with it. So Rachel, watch our YouTube video and let's work on that, boo.
Yeah.
And I'm not, you know, there's nothing wrong with being independent. However, if you have a husband who is able to take care of you and want to take care of you, that's what men do.
Yeah.
Baby, take it up. Let them do it. Okay.
If you tell them not to too many times,
guess what?
You best believe you're gonna feel neglected.
Absolutely. And then you're gonna have attitude.
Exactly.
Then you're gonna have problems. He doesn't care. Guess
you don't
what?
want him to treat you like one of his boys.
That's right.
Another man.
That's right. So
live in your femininity. Be proud of it.
But that's true. That's true. And I think that's something that women nowadays they're not recognizing and realizing that, because I mean, God made us that way. And so you're right. I mean, use your femininity. Be proud and stand in it, because God gave it to you for a reason, boo. But okay, that's all I wanted to say about Rachel. Let's move on to the next couple. Wait, we're going to wrap this up.
Before we move to the next couple, I really have to say this because I feel it in my bones.
Okay.
Jose, okay, outside of him being structured, wanting this home life, whatever, he's a little odd. So, going with the fact...
Odd in what way?
That, one, he wanted to brush her teeth.
Well, yeah,
okay,
that's
the
right.
thing.
That's right.
And
that's
then,
right.
last week, he wanted her to feed him. And he said, "Oh, I would love to feed you one day." And he said it once again.
Well, wait.
Seriousness.
But was he being romantic? Like, let me feed you some good.
No.
There was a little bit more to
it.
It
came off as
like
when
something
we're eating
weird,
dinner. Let me cut your steak and give you your steak.
But was that like weird and something's not right?
What I feel like is he's gonna have her dress him up as a baby in a diaper,
God, wait a minute.
and she's gonna be his mom behind closed doors.
Oh God! Now see, that's
the type of kink I think he's in. I'm just saying.
That's weird, Keela. Now I'm not, I don't have anything against dressing up, being the
do
maid.
what you do.
Boo. But
what you want. I'm just saying. I think that's what's.
But I think that's kind of weird, trying to want somebody to play to be the mama and stuff. That's.
I would be curious. I don't think they showed us his relationship with his mother.
That's twisted. But anyway,
because that would be a tale to the side. So moving on to is it Michaela? Michaela and Zach.
Yes.
Man, he had COVID.
And that was so sad. He contracted COVID. Oh my God.
However, she went home.
Yeah. I mean, but she didn't want to go. Because at first she said, I got married to be with my husband on the honeymoon or something.
Right,
and he's like, yeah, but I got COVID.
Right.
So she didn't, initially I think she wanted to stay there with him.
Okay, Married at First Sight crew in Lifetime. If you don't pay for me a separate room and I stay here in Florida and enjoy my vacation.
And if I stay in the room with him and contract COVID, we got a problem.
Right.
Married or not, I'm not trying to get COVID.
I'm not trying to get COVID, but I definitely would have taken them up on another room, and I would have talked to him through the wall and on video chat and down off the balcony.
Would have been texting,
and I would have been at the beach,
enjoying myself,
and at the pool.
I'm with you on
and
that.
With the other couples having me a cocktail or a mocktail in my case.
Yes,
but I would not have gone home.
But you know what? And so initially, Keela, we said the 3 couples, but let me throw in Bo, the Asian couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Initially, she started off Miss Particular. I don't like a man to. I want a man to. But you know what? Actually, he's Mr. Particular, and I think
very particular.
And I think he really doesn't like her.
Really?
Yeah.
Or starting to.
Or
it might be starting to not like her.
Maybe it's starting to not like
because
her.
I feel like he was smitten at first. But
maybe so, but I think because this most recent episode, I think he's just looking for excuses. Prime case.
Honestly, yeah.
He was talking about how I think he showers a couple of times during the day.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying she doesn't, and you know she's busy and she works, and like if she works out, she might come home sometimes and not shower before she go to bed. And he was like,
that was a deal breaker for him.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I feel the sister, because sometimes I do that. I'm exhausted. I've worked out. I've trained. I was sweaty. I was this and that. And I take my sweaty clothes off, and I, put new clothes on, some pajamas, something, but I don't hop in the shower. And he's like, oh, God, well, we'll have to change the sheet. I'm like, homeboy is looking for, he's just looking for some issues.
I think they're both honestly looking for outs, because, yes, his are very particular. Like, he's really trying to get out. I mean, just nitpicking, because that is crazy. I don't want to say crazy. That is just, that's odd. But she really harped on the fact that she snores.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Everyone's snoring.
Yeah, but you know what? See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Keela. I don't know that any of these couples are really going to make it at the end of the season. Again, my prediction is none of them at the end of the season. None of them will stay married.
I'm starting to agree with you. And with Brett and last one, I know we said 3, but might as well talk about it all.
I know that's
Brett
right.
and Ryan. Okay, so I said if you watch our last YouTube video, I said that Brett didn't have any substance to him, and he did not seem like a person of with character.
You did.
However, I will say he surprised me this week because he was really accommodating to her fears, because she has a lot of, you know, quirks about her, and he's just like, I'll help you through it. It's weird to me. I don't know if I can deal with that, but I'll help you, you know. So now I'm wondering if that's genuine. Okay, he surprised me.
Well,
but I'm wondering if it's not genuine and he's just trying to get
that's it, trying to get the
something out of
cookie,
her,
trying to
yeah.
get the cookie. But that's okay. We're going to continue to watch. But I will say this in defense of all the brides on the show, none of them had consummated the marriage. So I
they
take
say.
my hat. Yeah, so they say. Their version, right? You're right, their version. And if that is in fact true, I take my hat off to them, because these grooms on this season.
right. Oh wait, one last thing. Brett, well, I think it's him. It feels like him. They said that they have different political views.
Oh yes.
Brett?
Yes.
Not Brett, excuse me.
No,
Ryan, were you storming the Capitol?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, on that note,
I think it's Ryan. I don't know. It could be Brett, but
Wait.
I don't know who.
on that note, you know, no comment. Because I don't want Facebook. You know, no comment.
They're not
But
gonna do that.
were you? But anyway, guys, we've had fun
Yes.
talking about episode 5 and 6. Come back again next week and check us out as we discuss next week's episode, which
Yes.
should be interesting.
It
Okay,
looks
so
like it was
you
some
don't
drama
want,
unfolding.
that's
A
you
lot of
talking
drama
about drama,
unfolding.
baby, and we're gonna dissect it. Okay, so join us next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and comment. Okay, we love for you to comment. And so you know how we exit. We're gonna say, until next time.
Thank you for listening or watching in this case.
Yeah,
the
thank you
Love
for
Strategy
watching.
Podcast.
All right, and so we're out. Deuces.